Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, you read it right, guys. I'm going to show you some very interesting scenario that is unfolding right now here with Bitcoin price action, and also I'm going to include some chart that has been talked by absolutely no one. So if that is what you wanted to hear, then come on, hit that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump into the content. So as you can see, guys, we are going to start this analysis here in a weekly time frame, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to look at this price action in a log scale and also include this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, because we are aware in the past Bitcoin price action the market has only topped after reaching the top of the channel, and you can see after that we started this new downtrend that brought us all the way towards the bottom of the channel. Only after that we started this new rally here to the upside, and if you look at this new rally also ended only after reaching the top of the channel, and after that we started this new downtrend that brought us again towards the bottom of the channel. You can see this similar scenario has unfolded again and again, and right now if you look at this price structure here in a whole, we also started this new uptrend, right? And now the price retracement or the weakness what we can see could be making a lot of sense, because according to this growth curve, guys, the market is going to top only after reaching the top of the channel, because here in 2017 you can see, right, we came at the top of the channel, only then we started this actual downtrend. Here in 2013, pretty similar scenario, and in our case right now we do have some plenty of room before seeing an actual trend reversal. Does this actually make sense? Because if you look at the price structure in a very simple way, guys, only monitor this price structure using this rising trend line, right? You can see with each and every price movement along with this rising trend line, the price of Bitcoin always found a strong support around that price range. So now, if you would look at this price structure, right, you can see price was following this rising trend line. But once we broke the support from this rising trend line, right, then we started this actual downtrend. Similar scenario unfolded here. You can see the price was following this rising trend line, acted as a support. But once we broke out of this support line, we started this actual downtrend. And right now in our case, you can see the price is still above this rising trend line. And what does this actually mean? Because along this rising trend line, if you also add this 50 and 200 weekly moving average, I have talked about this scenario plenty of time. You can see once we broke out of this rising trend line, the price of Bitcoin came at this 50 exponential moving average, found support, failed at the second time, you can see, and then started this rally. And this rally ended exactly after reaching the 200 weekly moving average and also the bottom of this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve before starting this new move here, right? And this similar scenario has unfolded again and again, guys. Losing the support from 50 weekly moving average indicated another weakness along with this rising trend line, and then price also got gravitated towards the bottom of the channel. And this similar scenario could be also unfolding here with price action of Bitcoin. So if the price of Bitcoin manages to find support above this 50 weekly moving average that is lying around 38,600 price range, and also this rising trend line that could be around 38,000. That's why this 38,000 price range is for us the most important price support for Bitcoin here in a bigger time frame, because if we fail to find support at this rising trend line and also break below this 50 weekly moving average, we can see in the past Bitcoin price action that brought us all the way towards the bottom of the channel and also towards the 200 weekly moving average, and this is not what we want to see right now happening. But if we look at this here for the immediate short term, guys, you can see the clear sign of weakness in price action of Bitcoin, and it's also indicating maybe we could see some more price pullback or this more of a shakeout and bringing the price towards these lower boundaries. And that actually would make a lot of sense, because if you look here, and also guys, let me just tell you that I just did a video collaboration with Andy from Bitcoin Sensors, so he might be uploading a similar video as well. So yeah, if you are jumping from there, then welcome to this channel. And now if you look at this rising trend line, guys, you can see this rising trend line is definitely a line where we are always finding a strong support, right? Just like here with past price action. So you can see we had a strong support around this rising trend line, and we are aware of that, and we are also not allowed to lose the support from this rising trend line. If you look at this one here, right now the price here could be getting gravitated towards this rising trend line, right? And if this support is going to be there along with this 50 weekly moving average, this orange line, right, then the price of Bitcoin could be starting a new move here to the upward direction. There is very, very high probability of price seeing a really nice bounce if we do find a proper support around this 50 exponential moving average that could be around 38,000. Why? Now let me show you with this very, very interesting example. If you are aware, I have talked about this pullback variation, and according to this pullback variation, you can see how the market tends to follow. And if you only focus on this area, right, this price area, you can see very, very interesting scenario that could be unfolding here. Why and what does that actually means? Because after this price pullback, we form this nested pullback type of scenario here in 0.4 area. You can see impulsive move, corrective move. Before we started this rally here to the upside, we also had some consolidation or more of a range bound type of scenario before price started breaking up here again. And if we look at this price action of Bitcoin right now, a pretty similar scenario. I mean, uptrend, right? A corrective move. And if this is the nested pullback, then we are also expecting more of a range bound type of scenario playing out here. And then price again breaking here to the upward direction. So this here is still one scenario that is in favor of bulls. And does this pullback or this nested formation actually make sense? Absolutely yes. Why? Because if you look at the price action, without this nested pullback or any kind of scenario that I just showed you, and simply look at the price structure in this way, guys, what can you see? This actually looks like a rounding top. And now if you look at this here in a whole, what you can do is again add this rising trend line, because we are aware the price is still following this rising trend line, right? And now what I'm going to add is this one bullish rounding top scenario. We know rounding top mostly are looked as a bearish, but in the trend like this, where we are still following this rising trend line, we have to look into a bit differently. And we are also following this bullish trend line since March 2020. So if you do see a pullback, but price then somehow stay above this 38,000 price range here to the downside, right, then that is going to be actually indicating that nested pullback would make a lot of sense, indicating the price potential movement here to the upside. And also according to this bullish rounding top, you can see here the price could be starting this new move here to the upside. And according to this bullish rounding top, on the top of this rounding top, and if you look at this one here, if this is going to continue and we are going to see another impulsive movement, then around this price range, right, that should be above 100,000. That's why we could be expecting some sort of a shakeout price again testing this rising trend line. If we do see a strong support at this 50 weekly moving average along with this rising trend line here, right, around 38,000, then we could be expecting some really nice bounce here to the upper direction. And if we look at this now using this Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, this actually would make a lot of sense, because the market still had some more room to grow to the upside before an actual pullback or this bearish scenario happened here in the price action in the past. You can see only after reaching the top of the channel, we started this new downtrend. So in our case, you can see, guys, we have still some more rooms to go to the upside. So if the scenarios are still, right, going to be in favor of bulls, and price is also going to find proper support above this 38,000 in case any sort of a bigger pullback, then we could be expecting a really nice bounce after that. And if you look at this in a daily time frame, another very, very interesting scenario is unfolding. Let me show you very quickly here. So in a daily time frame, I want to keep it very, very simple. For bulls to take control, what we want the price action to do is to jump out of this resistance and flip it into support, because we know this price line, right, or this trend line here from this broadening bottom is one strong line of resistance and also has acted as a support. And you can see when we try to break out of it exactly after reaching that price range of around like 45,000, we got a rejection. So we want in a daily time frame this resistance to flip it into support. So if we could flip this resistance above this 45,000 to 46,000 and flip it into support, then I think in immediate short term we could be expecting some sort of a movement here to the upside. And if I would add a CPI line around that price range, you can see here the central CPI line and the top CPI line is also lying around 45 to 46,000 price range. So that's why for bulls, these are the most important line of resistance, 45 to 46,000. If we do, right, if we manage to flip this resistance into support, then there is a very, very high chance the price of Bitcoin to continue this rally here to the upside. And why is that so, right? Because if you look here in a 4-hour time frame, I'm going to show you a very, very interesting scenario, because if we do flip this resistance of 45 to 46,000 into support, you can see the price is also going to break out of this very, very important line of resistance, the top of this channel. Because with each and every price pullback, whenever we came across the top of the channel, after that we saw a bigger pullback in price action of Bitcoin. So in our case, if we do see a movement and also price flipping this 45 to 46,000 into support, then we could be also breaking out of this falling channel or descending channel. So in a immediate short term, right, for us, the important price target is 45 to 46,000, and we have to flip it into support, because getting rejection again before even coming across this 45 to 46,000 would indicate a clear sign of weakness, and I am going to expect some more pullback at least towards this 50 weekly moving average that's lying around 38,600, and also towards the rising trend line. So guys, these are some of the scenarios I wanted to share with you in today's episode. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, come on guys, hit that subscribe button and the bell. By saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.